How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews. Yeah, a little bit of electric brewing up in this piece in the form of their Nocturnal Feast. I feel like there should be like some kind of creepy metal music playing while I review this, but then we would get copyright strikes, so we're not going to do that. This is a beer brewed and canned by Electric Brew Company, Muerta, California. And this be a double dry hopped, double India Pale Ale. Phantasm? Is this Phantasm? I don't know. 8.5%. Phantasm, is it a hop? Because I've been seeing Phantasm, but it's been used in like a weird way. Is it like a DDA? Is it like cryo? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it. You figure I do beer stuff, I would know. 3 weeks old. Comes courtesy of my boy Corey. I'm really curious to see how this beer holds up, because I reviewed one of the other beers that he sent to me right before this, and it was huge and thick and dense, and my palate's still kind of just jittering, quivering. My palate is quivering. So we'll see what's what. Label-wise, it's what you'd expect from, like, metalheads. You know, they go to ghost shows and listen to, like, Norwegian stuff. I like it. And I... You know, the other beer that I did was, you know, it was a fight. No, I was going to be like, it looked like this. You know what I mean? That was another one I did. That's clear. And that's not that. It kind of had the same kind of density, but this thing's upped it. So I kind of said this is kind of turkey gravy-like, but it's more soupy. This is turkey gravy. Because it has that kind of milky, kind of creamy, kind of lactosey kind of haze to it. I'm not calling it lactose IPA, but it has this almost like alien skin gray thing going on. There's not much of head on this beer. This big fatty brandy snifter doesn't really, it's not that great for head, so it's more probably the glass than anything else, but I like to use it. So, tough nuggies. Yeah, but man, that sucker's dense. Good God, that's dense. We're getting a nose. Let's see what's what. I don't know. It's not that aggressive. It's a big beer. You can tell it's a big beer. You tell it's rich and dense and thick. I feel like there's something funky going on here. Like a butterscotch kind of thing. So a dimethyl kind of thing going on. Something along that. Yeah. Is it cream corn more than butterscotch? It's not butter. It's not diacetyl, at least in the nose. It's got to be a diacetyl, though. There's something nefarious going on in here. Nothing hyper-aggressive, but I believe it's there. And it's honestly, I just can't get past it. So there's a butterscotchy, little bit of cream corny kind of vibe going on. There's a big juicy hoppiness. There's nothing as far as green goes. I think this is going to be sweet and very try to drop out all bitterness like, but I think there's going to be a little bit of that kind of funkiness going on. So let's just dive in. Cheers. It's almost exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's sweet. You know, no shit Sherlock stuff here. 8.5%. It's supposed to be sweet. There's something added to it. It's that under-attenuated, like we just didn't finish the beer high enough, so it's that kind of sweet. Not like hyper. Like I've had much worse kind of beers, or beers that have done that much worse rather than much worse beers. There is this cool little fruity sweet thing going on here. It almost reminds me of like a jammy berry, and I really do like that because it follows up with this little bit of perfumey kind of berry thing. So it's a sweet berry, this little aromatic berry thing. So there's a berry thing going on that I really kind of dig. There's a little bit of carbonic acid in here, so they're trying to beef up something here. The hop present, it's a little bit of bittering, but it's kind of like really because it tastes like you're trying to drop out all bitterness. So I don't know why that exists. It's a bit thin, which is almost like, are you serious, dude? Look at this thing. How could that thing possibly be thin? I understand. It looks like turkey gravy, but it just finishes quick. It drinks and finishes quick. It's a bit slick. That could be your, again, it's got to be diacetyl. It's got to be a hop creep diacetyl thing, I'd assume, but I'm getting more DMS, dimethyl sulfide stuff off this. Regardless, there's something in here that makes it a little slick. Makes it kind of thinner, and I think that's probably what's doing that more than the actual beer itself. There's some fun stuff in here, though. I mean, it's a big beer. You know it's a big beer. It's hitting at its weight class, even though that drink's a little bit thinner than what you want. A lot of the flavors are disjointed. I keep going back to that berry flavor, that berry aromatic that you get more specifically in the taste. I understand I don't really get it much on the nose, but when I drink it, it must be shooting back up and give me this really almost perfumey kind of berry thing. Think of like a nice berry medley, a little bit of kind of blueberry, a little bit of raspberry, a little bit boysenberry. I don't know. I don't even couldn't tell you what a boysenberry looks like. We'll throw it in the mix just for funskies in a very perfumey kind of way. I dig that. That's a very cool flavor. It's not something I believe I've had much. If I know I've had it before, but I couldn't tell you what. It's probably a hot budget beer. They lean berry a lot. But it's not something I can get a lot, and I dig quite a bit. So kudos, Electric, for bringing that to the table. It's just too herky-jerky, too kind of just like neurotic. And, you know, it's a little bit thin, it's aggressive here, it's thin there, it's bold here, it's sweet there, it's berry there. None of it's really all that cohesive. And with that combination of it being a little bit kind of thinner, having that little bit of carbonic acid going on, it's not a negative beer. But let's put it this way. I would love to share this beer with 3 or 4 people. Because I think, 4 ounces is about what I want from this beer. I want 4 ounces and I want out. I want to experience it because it's got some fun stuff going on. But if I bought a 4-pack of this, I'm looking to share this with people, not because that's a shitty beer. That's by and far away not what I'm saying. It's just I don't want to drink a can of this because I think it's just a little bit too herky-jerky, a little bit too meh. So yeah, there you go. Not bad. Aggressive. Fun. That cool berry thing. I dig it. But, is it one of the better double IPAs I've had as late? We'll put it in a conversation. It's not even anywhere close to the top. Let's put it that way. Value and availability on this, I have no idea. Corey, or you Californians, let me know what this goes for. Listen, California, big old double IPA. I mean, this has got to be like $20 plus a 4-pack, I imagine. And leave you with, if you like, what will you like this beer? If you like big, huge, bold hair on fire double IPAs, and you're more about, man, this sounds negative. You're about quantity, not quality. And I know that it comes off super douchey, but that's what it is, man. This is just like, if someone, you go to an Italian restaurant, I've said this before a billion times. You go to an Italian restaurant, it's just garlic on garlic on garlic, and it's like, people are like, this is so good, and be like, no, you just really love garlic, dude. I love garlic, but I could tell the difference between a nice showing of garlic and just like, let's just garlic the shit out of stuff so people like it. It's kind of where this thing lands. I'm sorry. That sounds, I gotta apologize for saying my words. I should not apologize. Should sit here and keep my head held high enough to where you can't see it off screen, and just be like, yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. I can see people loving this, and I can see people just not being a fan of it. So there you go. If you are someone that loves this, you'll love it. There you go. It's like those commercials. There you go. I can do that now. I forgot that. I can do that. I was like, if you like this beer, you'll like this beer. And I went to laugh at myself like, that's dumb. Who would ever do that? But you see those commercials on TV now where they have like a drug and it'll be like whatever the drug's name, like fucking Canapa pill or whatever. And they're like, if you're allergic to Canapa pill, don't take Canapa pill. But like, what the fuck are you talking about? How am I supposed to know I'm allergic to the goddamn thing if I never took it before? How? If you like this beer, you'll like this beer. There you go. Review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, let me know if you've had this, please. Beer Massif podcast and stuff. I got a podcast coming up. Actually, probably aired before I put this up, maybe. I actually have a podcast coming up. It's going to be a fun one, too. So stay tuned. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying this beer or something different that you enjoy. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.